President, and all other national committee members in the country, both say they can, and the diaspora community, of course, among the diaspora community, among the family members, Jamia, my brother, Dr. Darboe, and of course, Nasuti of Fang, Baba, Mukunda Darboe, Dinding, and I appreciate. And to say, Fat Camera, killing Nasuti, Usol Kono, Kaf Kalanker and Mel Kafta, Kaf Barakama, Jiki Kafo, Bear Conton, Lataro, Kafo Kono, that are not called Konajan, Jikolo, Solo, Italy, Femfemuta, and not a Bukolo, like a Basuka, Surtu, who can do. We appreciate Nella presence, appreciate, and welcome. Kada Allah Suarakan with the rest of the team. I'll be similar. Koku sababu balabala. Near Soro Fai, Kayoma, Yobadulade, you, Suleiman Saho. National organizing success not so but Janla. National organizing section Abebulala, presidential aspirants of Mama. Ke Kachani, Ke convince the president's aspirations of Puruya Jolong, Yanaka from the Pilima, Haklo Mambo, Amira, a follow Telela. I swear to my father, catalyst, magnetic letter. This will not be the only occasion. It will be more magnetized than UDP. Congratulations. And I prove to the world for UDP. Kavako, person who may left as organizing self, you deserve it. Selfless service to the party. And many particular ideas, policies, programs, philosophy, you promote, you more Londiana for your Sunday, your Kafunang, UDP. Ko Lamini Afanya, Kongamin Menka, or Nimok to another UDP. Maybe of 1996. Libera Kanya, Ajam Saka, deputy party leader, and Akanya the Jen. I have Misal Muslim Ajino. Yes, Yemen Fanakatin, Misalo Muslim Ajino. Mafo commitment that you did more for the political conversion. One in Dino Mawamanka, the Mother Monkey dinner, get a monkey. But come more convert now from another political party to UDP and be a missile killing law. So, Elado Konin appreciate and we thank you for it. And we want to urge you for the 10 months meant to the jet, 10 months, 4 days. Because the 5th day will be the election day. In 10 days, 10 months meant to the jet, you will have many, many more conversations to United Party. Not for the love of UDP, but for the love of the country. 2026 is not a year to love or to hate UDP. It's a year to love Gambia. Mantra Gambia la favor. You have really been a disservice to the Gambia. I don't Alakanan do on the 11th of December, I went to SL. And we decided you speak on a platform. Mr. Samataya, Mr. Sawaya, of course. And from there, long, na indication sort of, like thinking benyan, like direction benyan. And today, we are seeing the ultimate declaration of your intentions. You are welcome to UDP. You are welcome to UDP. I'm for Elanya Bukoto. I'm happy to have Gongalare Fanajijanto. The chairman of our policy committee. That so this will be a very valuable addition to some of your thoughts. Just browsing through it, I see something on I see something on fisheries. I see something on poultry. I see something on rice processing. I see something on education, how we should go. The impact of agriculture on the various sectors, I see them there. So a great deal of thought must have gone into this. And together with what we have in our 5-point agenda, in our little yellow book, will really be the platform Gambia take over Kladami. We can have all these good ideas. We can have all the solutions thought out in print, but implementation or the realization of those thoughts, the implementation of the methods can only follow a victory at the polls. These ideas not as an equation, but you might be able to implement them. Governments might be able to take ideas from it and use them. But for you as a party, as a party, you have to be in charge of the affairs of the state, and then you have the control. It's your ideas. So what I think is the first step to come to give us support to the UDP. That is a gigantic step towards the realization of these objectives. Can be many opportunities. Political conditions. For UDP, there cannot be a successful or viable coalition without UDP. If you accept that reality, please let us forget about our objectives. Let us come together, because to be quite candid, UDP is the only one, only, but so far, for the time being, it is the only credible vehicle. There can be a change of government in this country. And when you have a change of government, then you change the systems. And the changing of those systems is manifested in our 5-point agenda, is manifested in our program of the Gambia you want. I think we already have people 1 and people 2, I believe so. Yeah. That is how we knew and it cannot just be by talk. We cannot say at 2026 election we are going to win it unless we take concrete steps. Now, efforts maybe in the next few weeks, in this room, or probably at the bureau, we'll have a meeting of this nature, similar to this nature. People can also have presidential aspirations, are putting aside that aspiration and coming to join UDP for the love of the country, not because they want Mr. Darboe to be president of this country. If Mr. Darboe is to become president of this country, that is just secondary. But the primary objective is to make sure Kavukona Bankoni Nabonne. Bankoni Nabonne, UDP leading. And when I say probably Mr. Darboe as the president is secondary objective, is knowing the transient nature of human being. 2 days ago, Nama ile dua bafang kakang ayo dole pasar kang Rahman surat Rahman kono kapan nama kulusing fadi. So wo any dan kabako no man lives there permanently. Before December 2025, man duala momo man duala UDP kono no na momo man jan. When we left the momo man duala. But 5th of December, other side came like after the tarla. But UDP better la jan. UDP let na mo puten kana kabako dine bekala a substitute flag bearer ba Darboe ana ya la block. Man duala. When I know the Sadama the president is second, but the UDP to lead is the primary objective. And that is what we want to lead in. So, Mr. Suave, welcome. Now, the warning, Alina Degala, Nakanganeki. There's a week before last, Ndomado, Karamo, said the Father Joe, we cover Kurudu, come and work a whole year. Holy ho. Belebe nala. Nava holy ho na sele ni ngasamba. Na ni beti parola. Kankanam. Asele loga sama. Mobe ka linyanta dat na ka mobe ke la muta klara ke. Ya fenge ya holy ho ya selendi. Kankrang ni ya lo bunka. Bole kala. Abiani eden na muta. Na bonde. Ninga bonde. Abe ninga bonde. But once I baby pala so sort like that. But Nimenko power sharing, the primary objective, or the time of Bankola, what light policy. Power sharing, when you go political from Cody, it's a man like Bankola, same left side of Palace, and you think Kavoko, or Palace only Basso led to a coalition. It's not fair to the government. I think that's the Kenyan people is the Banco Bondi. Momo inyanta mensot la jere ale hadje mena yaso la jere. United Democratic Party will remain open to a united front of whatever description, whether you call it alliance, whether you call it coalition, whatever, but let it be a united front. We are open to it. And we say we are open to it on principles. Now the whole world over, major party all leading case, and anybody wanting to deny United Democratic Party that you want to delegitimize our position. And we want to legitimize our position, we cannot do it. Here of appeals, in the nation's interest, yes, everything must be done in the nation's interest. 1996, in the nation's interest. I didn't hear any of them. 1996 up to April 2016, I didn't hear them. With the greatest respect, a gentleman I respect for his principle, Khalifa Sallah, he stood for Gambia. Another more. If those people talk for national interest, I can have some understanding. But post 2016 politicians telling me in the interest of the country, let us do this, I say, where were you? In 1996, in 1996, most of those people, Melancholy Party or Lobby, they view me as the greatest patriot in this country. That I sacrificed everything. That I'm the great nationalist. What to pay should be thought of people who are pursuing selfish interest, selfish personal interest. But in 1996, I never pursued a selfish personal interest. Took the risk of facing a dictatorship. Put my life at risk. Put the life of my family at risk. Moya Faradiamo Konajanto Mamusona, go even abroad, never contribute, cover Canantosa Fe, why we are doing that state of fear? But we openly defy the dictatorship. We openly said that we cannot have this type of government here. There will be an appointments or international appointment, which I declined. International appointment, which I declined. To stay here in this country. To make sure, Kavoko, we have a system of government that serves the best interests of the people of this country. that we have in place mechanisms that will protect our resources, that we have in offices men of integrity, men who think of the Gambia, men who come with policies, men ko banko la tang ma fu ya batang kanla. Tiaro me ka kambang gambo kono asatala, and that is why Ahmad Sane, during his stage as Minister of Finance, and the banko economy inflation was reduced, waste was cutting, wastage have cut below bit. To the extent that America blow jatale, to the extent that he's denying people Jews. He was not denying people that we are Jews, but he was trying to protect the state resources and have it applied to the needs of the Gambian people. I say to all the people, look, I have always put the interest of this country before any other thing. That is why in 1996, when all of you decided not to go against Germany, I decided to go against it. That's why in 1996, when all of you, or probably some of you, we are just abroad and writing in the papers, not being in the ground, I stood here in Federal Street, condemned Barrow, condemned Germany's corruption. Kana Kodota from Taiwan, $5 million stacked away in Switzerland. I condemned it. I said we must follow it up, and I produced credible evidence about it. The crude oil saga, telling our Frankija. And above all, the NIA was our perpetual abode. UDP, that was our perpetual abode. We did that for the interest of this country, and we continue to do so for the interest of the country. We are not going to, we are willing to have a united front, but we are not going to listen to those people who we are not here and talking about, putting this nation's interests first. What have we been doing in the past? And it's a political season. There are more for it. Yeah, all I attend, Nimel Kavako being an electoral candidate, and go one day, sir. One Melan Kavako, Kunu, Namera, Doba, be a patina in the be. No Kakumako. It just shows the lack of principles in politics. And I'm a Disraeli disciple, former Prime Minister of UK. Benjamin Disraeli, then he was the first Jewish Prime Minister of UK. So men must stand or fall by their principles. I'm going to stand or fall by my principles, because the United Democratic Party are founded on principles, and principles have been guiding us all throughout. So some of these get your stock. We'll listen, we'll hear them, but certainly we will not be bothered by them. We've seen people who have sacrificed for this country. We've seen them. We may not be in the same party with them, but those people we appreciate. When those people talk of national interest, we sit, we listen, even though we may disagree with them, but we listen to them. But those who only talk of national interest, because this is the time they feel that they can come on, them, we say, no, we are not listening to you. And I want also to say, really, all over, Dunia Bekono, Pati Balu, Walaka Police no lead. And I must say categorically, Mel Kavoko will go for a convention, not a Democratic Party, we are not going for a convention. I have had that experience with NAD when it came to the nomination of flag bearer. But you let and you come and denied us. The biggest party denied us the flag bearership. Let me withdraw so that you can have an opportunity to do amongst yourself what you wanted to do. And we are not going to get into that situation, get to a convention level, and say we are not going to do that. We make it quite categorically clear here that mel lafta kaflamma dukaral na nganyim banko je nganyim banko bon but mel alon kaf really ila hajo man ke femfenti for just to sit at the table in order to get a position. No, maybe there are not people that want to talk to us. Coalitions must not be formed just because you want to share powers. Coalitions may be formed on principles, on programs. System abolish change. What we are complaining about, attestations. What we are complaining about, the inability of the Independent Electoral Commission to investigate a claimant. Whatever document you produce, you investigate and come to a rightful conclusion that these are things that we want to have in our laws. And this, but we also want to have a constitution for this country that serves all. The diaspora, the biggest contributor, that constituency contributes a lot to the economy of this country. The quo within the families is unrivaled. I mean, if you're a constitution donates to the president power to nominate 5 people, why don't you do away with that clause and create 5 new constituencies in diaspora, so that diaspora representation, you can have diaspora representation in the National Assembly. And this is what we are thinking about, United Democratic. We want the diaspora to be represented in the National Assembly, so that President Lapao to appoint 5 nominated members. No, do away with that. For 5 nominated members, give it to the diaspora, and then it will be a matter of national discourse for me to see how you allocate that, what constituencies are going to have in the diaspora for that. Why do you have really competent Gambians who their only form of crime is to have dual citizenship? I'm sure there are many Gambians that they would like to have dual citizenship if they have the opportunity, either British or American or any others. They will have to. Why should they be deprived the opportunity to serve their position, their country, in a ministerial capacity? Quite competent people, capable economists, capable people who can be doctors, professionals. Why? And this we think was addressed. That the constitution that the United Democratic Party would want to present to this country is that a Gambian, whether you have a single nationality or you have even triple nationality, it doesn't matter. You should be able to hold ministerial positions in this country once you are capable. And we must also introduce a system that when it comes to appointments of a certain position, political considerations should not be brought in. It should be based purely on expertise. Whether the person belongs to the same party with you, for so long as the person has expertise and is willing to work in the government, then they should be given that. They should be given those opportunities. So, but Mr. Suare, ngani ideas you know sort of ntake no la de damanta mankato nyanganye, and that is why you welcome me. And I want you, eta yakavira molo. No, mo yemel pikoma. Go after them. Ini men fanal kam ko ni mankuke in mantre la ka fokono no. But adama baltim. Ateno. Horomo kono, bunya kono. Gambia itandila. Yana banko ni na funtini. Allah baraka bakel. Assalamu alaikum.
I promise you.
Mbadi ngam ko dudu jala bankewto ako nyim patiol men be coalition kachala e mantra kacha ke ganyin kama pour ka president Adama Barrow bondi bar ñun be bina la president Adama Barrow kanne andi ta lala kanyin naka kanyin kama ko asido ko nyin kenol because ya lon nakata kenol bari mallaf men don wala mukaje ko United Democratic Party akana banko nyum mara UDP la banko maro wala konnante yabe ñun feñola konnanteya wala be ñunu feñola gambe dingolu bitun Allah kene fele gambe lansarolu Allah kene fele gambe tonya kanulalu Allah kene fele gambe tilingo kanulalu Allah kene fele gambe dingo dimbe gambe kono gambe bantala ite yalon ko molulla nyanta dile la nyim banko kan Allah kene fele akumo koytal be mala tu ala ya fala wa shahida shahidun min ahliha andum mola sede ata nyen kuma kan wala me yenyin sambana membe tol fanko na man kan tol lenyen foma yalon tol ya fala kunu dalilo kan ale kalamtan dromen dinna bar bi akoy tam be mala dudu jaay bank kuma kan mem banke andunga sene atla sat andu nyina mu toñati hani du jannin dudu jaabe nyen kuma kan fala nyina mu toñati nga lonko mem mu toñati mem be keri mem be keri Gambia la political sphere wala mu nyinti kaje ko United Democratic Party kana banko mara UDP la Gambia maro wo mu jahannam moleti mo kurungo betu wo mu jahannam moleti mo jankerengo betu wo mu jahannam moleti mo konnantaw betu memma la fi modi yala kayro sodo namanke tol dammade memma la fi Gambia di yala foraya sodo namanke tol dammade memma la fi Gambia di ye nyanta sodo nyanto me yalong i jarata pour ka sodo UDP la maralo mula problème wala de say nga koytal be mala fer bi fanan ngaje kibarol iko ika Alhaji Ousainou Darboe commandele pro afana yebula molu semfada noma menni yalon ko woliyela fudo jindile iko ibe celola ke kam pour tonya sabati banko kan pour tilingo sabati banko kan pour nyanta tiel la nyanto sabati banko dila banko kan bari saying itole fudo jindile ya ballero dum modol bulokono kato tol kortala pour kage i kortala pour kage kato nyanta korla la pour kage birin juna tonya mantare la koto nin tonya be menna koto wo buke daha mommo be toji celo ke kan tonya wallahi wo buke daha fanin tonya sabatita mommo be celo ke kan tilingo wallahi wo buke daha fanin tilingo sabatita momo be celo ke kam pour nyantati la nyanto e dila wallahi wo buke daha fani mol la nyanto ditela ani nyantati be la nyanto ditela wato men ibela example wala mo kila nyumate sallallahu alaihi wasallam biringa nada pour ka tonya nen tilaw sabatinde banko kan biringa nada pour ka celo ke nyantati la nyanto e pour ay dila banko kan kureshin koliye mo kala ya ofa fango bela le tout fango fang hadama dingo sin lafala hadama dingo si mira men bela tu dunia la kairo kono tu ya bela di kila nyimala sallallahu alaihi wasallam pura nyin celo nyin ayatu je bari alila moy kila nyimala sallallahu alaihi wasallam kila me yalo man satalla ko nyin nako laqad kana lakum fi rasulillahi qudwatun hasana abali yenne kila nyimmato alala kila nyimmato no masatara nyimma mo si yakamen yakar nyimma abale alala kila nyimalto sallallahu alaihi wasallam kila muna foy akoy wallahi ngankal alala la wada'u ash-shamsa ay yamini hanna tariyati lola landin bulbal iko nyetal tamade wal qamara ay yasari ya karo landin marala iko nyetal tamade tilonin karo bidu nobe men bulokon wana dunya be de bulokon abebe e bulokon akoy hanna tare nyineke ala an atruka hadha al-amra pour nga nyin ko tuje nyin celo pour nga dahala ndeki la nyimba hanna tar yetilo landem bulubala ya karo landem marala pour nga daha nyin celo la akoy ma taraktuhu ntatulaje abadan hatta yutimma Allahu amrahu fa ala yala ko timmandi kaje ko tonya e sabati tilingo e sabati nyandati la nyanto e dila aw ahlika dunahu walla nga fa daki barnta tulaje Alhaji Ousainou Darboe wallahi Alhaji Ousainou Darboe tanyin celo tulaje ata tulaje fotonya e sabati Gambia kono fatilimo e sabati Gambia kono ata tulaje abadan nali ya mira ko Allah dala melo wala batinna United Democratic Party dingolu wol be da ila moyla to lañin kunta ya kuma kensangol la kalanta ya ku kensangol la ali daha Alaji Ousainou Darboe hannin katara akortale hannin katara kototale fonka bambun koleto mba bambulan koto bamballero ba buloto abulo kono fojanning tonya sabati Gambia banko kan madama be balurin madama Alaji Ousainou Darboe niebe ji selala be jila wallahi abe tambila nyin ko nyaato abe tula nyaato fa ala tonya na la tin sabati de banko kan ali daha hasidolu ali daha nafikolu ali daha altol konnante molu banko kan ali daha du kare alta succeed la ali fon fe use machine auto ali fon fe use technology to ali fon fe use tactical to is not going to work at a workla billahi wallahi ta'ala ta workla bar ala de alhamdulillah ñinan ala bali jerindi la fennatul hasidul mem bali sondo mo kuntula abali juso kuntun nal kono kul mutu bi ghayzikum ali faban al nalla konnante al nalla kampa al nalla nitoro wala be kala la ñinan kul mutu bi ghayzikum bayrin altol kali tano la munyindi man satalla ko man danna alla yansurahullah nimmo moya mira ko alate nyim mako ela membe celo ke kan kila da man tawde sallallahu alaihi wasallam wallahi kila da man tawde momo be kelo ke kan pour tonya sabade pour tilmo sabade pour nyante telle nyanto e dial momo ko alata ya mira ko alata mako ela fal yumdid bi sababin ila sama amari nyin ala faisal fen santo ba fen jamba kan santo ban thumma liyaqta wa qala ya fanjolon nan dumanan ay fetanan banko hudo hal yudhibanna kayduhu ma yaghib ay ajibe faabe men ke kanten fo bala kam fa bondila balal ban ali woke ali fetan sita sungola man nin kol kam fala ali fetan sita sungola fobe alla nyen konko kam fa bondila balo bala wodo al sodor ne keno mun be kerim banko kan gambe dingolu mun be kerim banko kan Gambe dingolu aliye tonya jele sayin aliye tilingo jele sayin aliya jele membe kerim banko kan bi tonya celole be kerim banko kan bi andun ha kafu jamale be wulla tugunde idolu be je fango president Adama Barrow na la mansakunda isiwolu jo kodola la pour yello pour kan na jama walinde pour kan na jama tala bar ñinang ibe fellale ala kiti tala ko be fela ñina president Barrow niano Gambia ko do be bondi tu ya taletema nadiyate ake Gambia ko do be tu fonfembe Gambia la ranke so kono abe bondi bang ya tala molu be tema Gambia kono ya jibe folo batinde be ganyala wallahi ta ganyala ñina ñine ta ganyala andi be boyla faabe koyle ma ko be fay koy ma fer ita fangata kuma sodle be mel lala ko mo ñinkan wo ko le la ngayibo dunia bebi na jela tukum fanan i hakilo do Mr President metan kadiyamu ye barna kuma kan buka futema wallahi naka futema no dennu falendir bantake Gambel alhalodo ndala kuma kan binga futata yaya jammema ay mansa kunda ta foloka wato menna wallahi ay simfa daka ko dole birin nakuma kan futata yaya jammema wato menna wato mbe karangola wala tumo nakuma kan futata mo tumo lela yaya jamme simfa data o tumo lele nakuma kan tole Mr. President, itala president yebe kala president de lumeng ngintala nimmanka mo follow de me ya foye mbe mo follow la ko men ko Mr. President ale banko karafema anillahi do men karafema dandala men karafema ngo fanan foye na Mr. President o reta tandala ko mo la bi ata possible le president kan la ko ma ko moy falindir man kala tañado bar nakuma ko on jikra bu ko futama Gambia dingol ali fero ke bang ali yenna kuma ko di president Barrow la ala fa Sheikh Omar Jeita ko New York ako ila man saya bantale i hakilotu to men tuteje i hakilotu oto pour le sama si fisaya ala fa president du kare